Is it Ankit or Ankit?
Ankit.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is I think we're having some connection issues. I don't believe that they will last. Okay, so today, basically, the title of this live stream is Should You Be Bullish Right Now? Because, I mean, we've had a pretty decent upward movement of the lows, but that has become somewhat extended. So we thought it would be interesting to just discuss potential scenarios and what is going to happen. Uh, so, yeah, as always, I'll share my screen and then I'll give it to Ankit. Just a second. Okay, here we go. So in the weekly, personally, I'm still bullish because, I mean, it's the same reason as before, so I'll just go through it real quick. So two main reasons. One is this trend line breakout. So basically, this is the bearish divergence trend line, and the price did break out from it. And I mean, considering that the line had been in place for what, like 720 days, I mean, I think it's a very strong bullish sign that the fact that we broke out. Then next, we have this bullish divergence here. Bullish divergence on the weekly, then movement above the 50 line. So basically, we have a breakout from a bearish divergence trend line. We have a confirmed bullish divergence, and then we have a RSI movement above 50. All of these are pretty strong bullish signs. And then the final one is this deviation here. I'll just use the log chart because I think it's better. Sorry. So yeah, basically we have this deviation here, and now the price reclaimed it. Now, this could have very much been some sort of black swan event similar to the COVID crash here, because I mean, if you recall this candle here, this November 7 until 14 weekly candle is the FTX candle, basically. And now the price has reclaimed it. So yeah, honestly, weekly I'm still bullish. We have some resistance here, but I do think at the very least we break above these highs here. And this deviation also, I wanted to, there are two coins which I've charted previously, which have the same setup, or actually, well, never mind, I can do it now. So basically we have Phantom. I think I did this in one of the previous live streams. So the exact same formation. So deviation below long-term support line, reclaim, pump. And then we have Ocean. And also we have this bullish divergence here, sorry. In Ocean, it wasn't, wait, I think. Yeah, even in Ocean, I mean, so deviation here, bullish divergence, breakout from long-term trend line. So basically this looks to me exactly the same as Bitcoin, with the only exception that, I mean, if it's the same, Bitcoin is somewhere here or something. But now we go to like the shorter term chart, which I'm not so bullish on. So several reasons for that. I mean, first is that this rally is completely overextended. I mean, basically, we haven't really had a proper retracement since the beginning of the year. I mean, it's just a parabola at this point. So here it is, like big parabola, nothing going on actually. And I mean, at the very least, I'd expect it to fall to like 21 something. And when you look at this way, we also have this like bearish divergence here, which again is combined with a pretty bearish candlestick here, so sort of a double top pattern, double top, bearish divergence. So what we do have here is a bearish engulfing candlestick, then we have bearish divergence, then we have a bearish looking candlestick, this like shooting star thing. So yeah, I do think that Bitcoin almost definitely decreases. And then we have the count. So after this, I'll give it to Ankit. I took too much, Ankit, sorry. I took too much time anyway. So I think it's very, very likely that this is wave 4. Because, I mean, it's extremely extended. It does look like wave 3. The subwave count also fits. So we have this like probably something like this, or even end it here and maybe it's a C wave now. And wave 4s aren't usually that sharp. I mean, they could be sharp, but they are shallow, is what I meant. So basically, this would like probably go somewhere at the 382. I mean, yeah, this makes sense, like 21.2. And then we'd have another upward movement that goes at least above here, very least, because I don't know if it's a C wave or a new upward movement. But yeah, I mean, basically, I do think we get a short-term correction. But yeah, I think we probably move higher afterward. So I'll give it to Ankit now.
Yeah, uh, I'll just share my screen. It should be visible by now. Uh, yeah, as you can see on the higher time frame, also the BTC is at the monthly resistance. We have just wicked above the monthly resistance level, which comes from here, which is around to 23,300 level, and we have just wicked above it. But there is a sign of resistance because uh, price has not been accepted above this at this monthly level, and we are just staying below it. The weekly level is also has been rejected below that monthly level. So the nearest support on the weekly is around this level, this around 21 to 21.8, uh, which should be held, I guess, because this I don't consider this high should be broken. Uh, this support level should not be broken, in my opinion, for the bullish narrative, at least structure wise. The daily is yeah, looking skittish right now because there is a bearish divergence, just like Valdrin said, and I've talked about this on in the last two streams also. And it's currently staying above 22.5k level, which is the range which I was taking into consideration below this before this FTX fall. So I think uh, also on the lower time frames, also this on 1 hour we had this ascending channel type of formation which has been broken to the downside, and we should be the first target for this one for this breakdown was obviously 22.5, which hasn't been tested yet, but it can be. And I think there is a local correction which is needed to come, I think, around this level at least, but I don't consider it can hold it here. But basically, I just want to see a retest of at least a retest of this here, this consolidation here on the daily. This should be the place where it should be held, which is also the 0.55 level of the range here. And I think I want to see a test here. But as I had said in the last stream, if BTC is not very, very kind of, you can't exactly judge the price movement, but I wanted to, because it is breaking down so early, because I wanted these highs to be swept above 20, which is around 25k level, right? So I wanted these highs to be swept and grab that liquidity from here, and then test this 0.55 level at 20.5k level, and that can happen right now also. But since the monthly is just has wicked, and I'm not very bullish on the shorter time frame, as Valdrin has just said. I have the same thoughts. I'm not very bullish on shorter time frames, but yes, just thinking about the weekly time frame, I think yes, this was the break of structure at weekly time frame, the low high structure, and if we test this, which is expected, which I expect, if we test this level at 21k or 21.5k level, and I do expect it to go higher, at least 28k level, which is also level at daily this cluster resistance level here. I'm just taking the lows here because it extends up to 32k, and the monthly resistance would be around 35, I guess. Where is it? Uh, this. This is the resistance level at the monthly, so next resistance at monthly. So I guess 35k would be my target at the very least on monthly, uh, since the structure has been broken on the weekly, and yeah, that's it. But it still can correct looking at the lower time frame, so I'm not very bullish here. At least the price structure is not letting me be bullish here on the lower time frame. But yeah, the weekly and the monthly time frames are still very much bullish to me. We have 3 weeks for this monthly close, but yes, we'll see how it closes. If it closes above the resistance level at which is 23.3k, then it's all hunky dory for the crypto for BTC, and we'll target 35k in the next coming months. And but for now, until we have some conclusive evidence of acceptance above 23.3k, at least on the weekly, uh, I'm not very, I'm not looking for any upside uh, just now. Maybe clear this 25k, grab that liquidity, and we should have that healthy correction. Yeah, that's it for me on my views on BTC. Over to you, Valdrin.
Yeah, thanks for that, Ankit. So yeah, I guess we have very similar views, especially in regards to the shorter movement. And yeah, let me just see what other coins I want to discuss. I mean, there are some coins which are like weirdly enough popping, so I'm okay. I'll do Ethereum first, and then I'll transition to some other coins. Okay, so I like Ethereum more just because the count is cleaner, in my opinion. So okay, okay. So here's what I'm seeing on Ethereum. We basically just finished this wave three here. I'll try to clean the chart up a little. So I mean, I'm seeing this in lots of coins. So basically, these triangles here, which are almost always wave fours. So I think that I mean now we're in wave four probably because we completed sub wave four and then we have another wave to go. And I would like Ethereum because I don't think it goes much lower than 1.55k. Okay, I think Dogecoin. I was looking at Dogecoin today makes a clearer outlook. Oh no, it wasn't Dogecoin. Which one was it? Sorry. Wasn't Dogecoin, wasn't it wasn't FCM, it was AP, Optimism, sorry, I think it was Optimism. Yeah, it was Optimism. Okay, yeah, so we have Optimism here, and basically this triangle here, but to me what it shows is that this was wave 4. So basically we're in wave 5 now. Now, sure, and wave 5 has said 0.618 times the length of waves 1 and 3 combined. Now, sure, I mean, this can obviously extend further, but I mean, I think in one way or another, it's eventually going to correct to here, right? Because almost always upward movements fall back and correct to the region of the previous wave 4. And the fact that we have so many triangles after upward movements in many, many other coins, to me just shows that many coins have completed wave 4s and are now either in wave 5 or have also completed wave 5, and now what we will see is another correction. And also in the case of Optimism, there's tons of confluence here because, as you can see, this 3.22 region is where wave 5 has 0.618 times the length of waves 1 and 3 combined. But also, if we measure this previous increase, now when the price is at an all-time high, like the only possible way to actually find new resistance levels would be to check for fib extensions. So basically we measure the previous drop, and then we do the 161 level. I'll just switch the color so it's more easily noticeable. And yeah, it's basically the 1.61 level here. And yeah, so due to this confluence here, so basically we have the 0.618 length of waves 1 and 3 and the 1.61 of the previous decrease. And yeah, there's tons of confluence there. And I mean, what kind of makes me, as you can see here, is that like these moves can extend further. Like I wouldn't advise to, so even here we have the same thing, right? So we have this like wave 1, 2, then we have sort of triangle, which in this case was ascending instead of symmetrical, and then we have wave 5. Now I was expecting wave 5 to end here, but it extended slightly higher. I mean, considerably higher. But yeah, I do think that almost all of these moves are like reaching their endpoints, and like they will correct substantially in the coming weeks. Ocean, like I really do like Ocean, but I mean it didn't have a triangle here, but I think this is some sort of weird ABC correction here, like a running one, and we're in wave 4 now. And honestly, like even if you just do basic elite wave, I mean that's pretty certainly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So almost in every move, I think we're in a wave 5. So yeah, I do think we're gonna correct a lot in several coins. Now, QT just looks weird, to be honest. Okay, so it is like massive correction here. Then it went to 65. Then it so yeah, it dropped until 41, 65, then decreased again here. And what was another coin that I was? And never mind that. So Link, I think was. I mean, yeah, some of these just look weird. Like take Link for example. I mean, it does this. I know whenever you see so much choppiness after, by choppiness I mean basically whatever the hell this is, like no clear pattern, nothing. You just have this like weird up and down movement, up down, like no levels. It's basically just like scrambling or drawing something with no apparent form or construction. Like I usually expect this to break down. So I don't know. To me, like all the coins I'm seeing are either extremely hyperextended or have these like corrective formations or wedge formations, which most often do break down. So yeah, basically I'm expecting, if I were to pick like which ones to trade, so either those corrective formations or maybe the parabolic ones. I still trade the parabolic ones because I mean they have to correct eventually, but at the very least, until they do correct, it's possible that they just give you like one final push up, which gives you massive returns. So yeah, I mean another one which I actually shorted today is Dogecoin because still same weird channel, like this almost always breaks down. So we have like weird channel here. I think it probably breaks down. Maybe, I mean, even if it will go higher, I still like try and short it here. And we have this like diagonal formation if you look at it in the subwave count. So yeah, basically I think tons of, by far the most likely outlook is a short-term correction, and then we can continue upwards in the long term. Actually, so one final coin which I did like was, even this I think it will correct, but I mean if you look at it from a, let me just use a cleaner chart. If you look at it from a longer, just my bad. If you look at it from a longer term perspective, then uh, I mean it looks ready to break this high. So basically, I think Matic's Polygon is ahead of the market in this way because, I mean, we had the upward movement here, and then we had the correction here, and now, I mean, it's just like pumping higher and higher and higher. So I do think the same way I think Bitcoin will break its August highs, it's similar to Polygon on this one. I think it breaks above this and then it like pumps higher. But yeah, so yeah, basically those are my thoughts on the market. And yeah, I'll give it to Ankit if he has something else. If not, like I guess we can end it slightly earlier.
Yes, I have one or two altcoins which I'm interested in. Uh, they're FXS. This is the coin which has broken the upside. The resistance level has been broken on the daily, and the bearish divergence, which I was looking at, is kind of supposedly been broken. This bearish divergence is supposedly being broken, so I guess it can still go higher. At least my targets were this one and this. This is the main resistance target which I had, and I guess if we get a retest of this support level, which is if it holds, which I think in my opinion should hold, I think there is a trade to be taken from here to around, this is a 45%, 46% setup. Uh, the trade might look something like this. Uh, Stop below these lows, and so that would be around 2.7 risk reward ratio. So that looks to me as a good trade. Uh, Another one which I have is Algo, which is currently breaking out at the 3-day time frame level. That there is a resistance trend line which it yet have to be have to break above, but this is the support level which should be holding, in my opinion, if Algo has something to do, because it is a very long time trend line resistance which it seems to be breaking, and we have at least a day and 7 hours. So The confirmation will come later, but I think this one is worth keeping an eye on. There is always a bearish divergence in every altcoin at such high levels because obviously uh, most altcoins are overextended right now, as Valdrin has suggested and Valdrin has told us. But we should look at the break of this bearish RSI level and bearish divergence, and if it breaks above and we get some confirmation on the horizontal levels, and I think we can still get a trade in these two altcoins, Elgo and FXS. RSR is also kind of at the resistance, but it's not looking very much pretty to me because it's the weekly resistance. So Ethereum is what has already explained, so I won't go into the details of it. Uh, yeah, if there are any questions that you guys want to ask, you can just ask in the comment box, and I'll be happy to answer it here. But till then, I think we are done for this stream. If there are no further questions,
Yeah, I don't think we have anything. I mean, it's 27 minutes, so it's just 3 minutes earlier. So yeah, I guess this was the live stream for today, and thanks to all who watched it, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
see ya, guys. Cheers.